Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lee Weekly Spotlight as we are live outside from the DeVos Tennis Center for today's episode. I'm Carmen Lastoria. In this week's episode, we'll look at baseball and softball weekend series over North Alabama. We'll highlight the Lee men's and women's golf teams and also talk about the tennis teams on their spring break trip and their battle with Alabama Huntsville. That's all coming up on this week's episode of the Lee Weekly Spotlight. The Lee baseball team won its series over North Alabama this past weekend, taking 2 of 3 from the Lions at Olympic Field. The Flames are now 11-12 overall. They are 4-8 in Gulf South Conference play. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Brew after Saturday's big victory. And, Coach, always important to win these series. Today you guys came out from start to finish really sharp. And, of course, Trent Hill doing it both with his arm and his bat today.
Yeah, it was a great job overall with our team. Our effort was strong, and we had an aggressive attitude and mindset today, and it was important for us to come out that way. And their pitcher Sanderson had like a 1.2 ERA on the year and hadn't been beat yet, and so really proud of the effort of the team. Trent Hill, like you mentioned, got it done at the plate with 2 big hits for 4 RBIs, and had some escapability in the middle innings on the mound, and so did a great job, getting us where we needed in quality start.
Tyler Payne was named the Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week. The Chattanooga-McCallie School graduate was named the GSC Freshman of the Week after collecting 4 hits in 8 plate appearances and posting an RBI. Moving on to softball, the Lady Flames suffered a 3-game sweep at the hands of number 6 ranked North Alabama last weekend. Lee will look to get back on the winning track as they head on the road to face rival Shorter University in a 3-game set beginning Saturday at 1 p.m. We had a chance to touch base with head coach Emily Russell after Saturday's game. And, Coach, not how you would have liked this series to go, but North Alabama is the number 6 team in the country, and it just seemed like getting off to quick starts. We weren't quite able to get off to the best of starts, and again today on Sunday kind of set us back for the rest of the game.
Right, yeah, and that was the opposite of our midweek. When we went to Tusculum, we jumped on them and had the advantage, and so our goal was to have a great first inning, and I feel like although we faced a lot of adversity, I think having M out after the first game kind of threw us off. Macy did an awesome job back there. She's not an everyday catcher. She's not a catcher at all. She just fills in basically when M hits in practice. So, I'm proud of her for that, and the pitchers for relaxing and just throwing it, and not letting that get in their head.
So moving forward, you've got a midweek game with Trevecca Nazarene coming up, and then another couple of tough conference matchups beginning with Shorter this next weekend. So what's your message to the team as you guys try and regroup?
I think we just are going to keep preaching. We're in the process. We've got to get some of these on the road. Obviously, we're trying not to pressure ourselves or the team, but we know these are important games this next weekend, and our schedule was clearly front-loaded, so now we've got the backside of the schedule, but if our mental state isn't there, we're not going to get the results we want. So I feel like we're completely capable. I think, you can't let a good team obviously get big leads like that. If it had just been the first inning, we would be in a tie ball game. So we had some other missteps along the way. Hopefully this week we can get some of that worked out and kind of get on a positive trend again going into the weekend.
The Lee women's golf team placed second at the Dancing Rabbit Invitational on Tuesday, hosted by West Alabama, finishing just 5 strokes back of team champion Montevallo. Senior Bernadette Little claimed the individual title, firing rounds of 73, 70, and 71 for a 2-under par 54-hole total. Sam Burris also landed on the all-tournament team, tying for 5th place. In a field loaded with top teams in the NCAA Division II, the Lee men's golf team placed 11th out of 18 teams in the 54-hole First Federal Southeastern Collegiate. The event was hosted by Valdosta State. Senior Peyton Sliger matched the tournament's top round on Tuesday when he fired a 1-under par 71 at the Kinderloo Forest Golf Club. Over the entire 54 holes, Sliger had rounds of 74, 77, and 71 for a 222 total. Moving on to the tennis teams, the Lady Flames were a perfect 5-0 on their spring break trip in Orlando, Florida. Lee scored victories over Southwest Minnesota State, the University of the Sciences, University of Sioux Falls, St. Cloud State University, and Alderson Broaddus University. The Flames were 2-1 on their spring break tour, winning matches with the University of the Sciences and Monmouth College before falling in a close one to St. Cloud University 5-4. On Tuesday, the tennis teams jump back into Gulf South Conference play right here from the DeVos Tennis Center as they play the University of Alabama at Huntsville. The men won 5-4 to improve to 9-6 overall and 2-3 in league play. Eric Groner, Reese Milne, and Carl Hulton secured singles victories, while Groner, O'Kines, and Milne and Blackburn scored wins in doubles for the Flames. The women fell to the Chargers 6-3 to snap a 5-match win streak. Marta Garcia Nieto won at both number 1 doubles and rallied from a set down to win at number 2 singles. The Lady Flames are now 12-6 overall and 2-6 in the Gulf South Conference. Big news for the men's outdoor track and field team as they are currently ranked number 24 in the first NCAA Division II poll of the season. Coach Caleb Morgan's team will run this weekend along with the Lady Flames at the Emory Invitational. And now let's take a look at the rest of the schedule. The Hotspot app has already reached over 1,000 users, and we are quickly approaching the Hotspot Fan of the Year award. That's right, 15 lucky fans who have accumulated the most points will win a free dinner at Jenkins on April 26th and also win exclusive Lee University Nike gear. And those 15 lucky winners will have a chance to win a $500 scholarship and a $100 gift card. So make sure to keep attending Lee home events and rack up those points. And don't forget, fans, to stay connected with us on social media. You can like us on Facebook, search Lee University Flames. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, Lee University Flames, for up-to-the-minute videos and highlights. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. Search at Lee U Flames. Until next week, this has been the Lee Weekly Spotlight presented by our good friends at Landmark Insurance Group. I'm Carmel Astoria. Have a great week, and go Flames.